All right, because the internet pop culture hive mind loves to eventually turn everything we love into horrible demons.
Screw you, Texas Poon Tapper!
I thought it'd be interesting to take a look at the most hated characters from The Office, starting with the obscure to the more main characters. My goal is to present what I see as the criticisms laid up against these characters and not necessarily my own opinion. I'll leave the commentary to you in the comments, so let's kick it off.
They're making me out to be a Bond villain.
Okay, this one's a layup and kind of cheating. There are a few characters who are straight up villains in the series, like Kathy, Luke, and Frank, and we could probably also include Jan in here too.
I'll go back to Jan, and I hate Jan!
But I feel like she might land in the love to hate category.
And I'm a candle maker, but you don't hear me bragging about it!
But these people are just filling the role of the bad guy. These are characters that were definitely ones we're intended to hate.
I don't know how we're gonna get out of Afghanistan. I hate the new assistant. He's only been here for a week. I hate him.
Take Frank, for example. He defaces the Pam mural, which is what it is.
Big deal. Butts are funny.
But after Pam ups the ante by defacing Frank's truck, Frank doubles down on his villain persona by charging at Pam in a threatening manner. Did he have any real intentions of attacking Pam? Who knows, but thank goodness the camera crew was there. Oh, which actually leads us to number 9.
Boom guy.
Oh, hey, Meredith.
When are you gonna boom me?
Okay, I think I'm still in the villainous territory here. I'm not sure anyone's going to storm the comments in Brian's defense, but the hatred for Brian starts with a shocking inclusion in season 9.
What am I doing wrong, Brian?
Nothing. You're doing the best you can.
Which had lots of fans scratching their heads and questioning where this guy had been throughout the entire series.
Who the hell is that?
In addition, the hatred for Brian mounts more as many fans speculate if there was something going on between him and Pam behind the scenes.
Yeah, I gotta go.
Oh, no, hang on a second. Pam, I'm sorry.
Or at very least, fans presume that Brian probably had some ulterior motives for befriending Pam.
Sex.
And with the writers juggling so much in season 9, it's possible that there was intended to be more story to tell with Brian, but it never really got there. But speaking of juggling...
Do you believe in me, Phyllis?
Yeah.
Because I believe in you.
Okay.
Love him or hate him, Will Ferrell had some tough shoes to fill during The Office's transition from Michael Scott to the Beyond. If you watched the Training Day episode as meta commentary on how difficult of a job it was to move past Carell, then there's a certain beauty in the train wreck that the writers knew was coming.
No!
Uh-oh.
No!
Either way, Vickers goes down in history as one of the most hated characters in the series and has earned a spot on this list for the same reason that discount Cocoa Puffs will never be as good as the real stuff. If you never had to eat the real thing, then maybe this was perfectly fine. As it is, Vickers will forever be hated for who he is not.
I'm gonna win you over.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
No.
Oh, yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes. 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 Yes.
And I mean, come on. Basically, we could put anyone who isn't Steve Carell in the manager chair on this list. And in fact...
Robert, California!
Again, star power cannot protect someone from ending up on this list. Moving from the nuanced but childlike persona of Michael Scott to the nuanced and just weirdly sexual Robert California.
All life is sex.
Portrayed by the awesome James Spader, was a hard change for so many fans to accept.
I'm fine, bitch. I'm fine.
California's intensity often left The Office staff and The Office fans equally uncomfortable. Not to mention the character doesn't have much of an arc, even though he has plenty of screen time throughout season 8.
Sometimes I feel like you don't know me at all. I would agree with that.
He was definitely not a minor character. Which leads us to...
Do you even know how paper is made? It's not like steel. You don't put it into a furnace.
Right, let's just get this one scratched off the list too. Charles Miner was hired by David Wallace when Michael quit to start the Michael Scott Paper Company. Fans were already going to be against this character from the start.
Why are you wearing the tuxedo?
I didn't think you'd notice.
And while he's not written to specifically be a villain, he definitely gives Michael, Jim,
Must be nice to get a rest from all your rest.
and Phyllis's face a hard time. And again, portrayed by Idris Elba, star power cannot save someone from being on the fans' shortlist.
Do you want me to beat him up for you?
No, I shouldn't have to ask you to do stuff like that. You should just do it.
And I want Charles gone.
So let's step away from Michael's replacement and talk about a couple other replacements.
They're like the new Jim and Dwight.
Okay, I know this is a twofer, but they're so often lumped together. When The Office went for the cyclical nature of things theme in season 9, they introduced the mini-me for Jim and Dwight, in the form of Plop and Dwight Jr., aka Pete and Clark. Fans felt forced to have to care for two new characters in the final season of the series, often having our main characters interact with them in varying degrees of success.
Is this code for, like, gay stuff? Because if so, that's totally fine. Like, I'm fine with it. But, you know, you should know that I'm into the ladies.
Hey, how am I doing as your desk mate, by the way? You probably miss Clark. Yeah, a little bit. Oh, wow. But,
The characters of Pete and Clark were never really fleshed out under the surface, and most fans were left with a bad taste in their mouth. And speaking of bad taste in your mouth,
He is officially the worst human being.
okay, Packer is who he is. Many fans hate him because of his completely inappropriate jokes, behavior, and the infamous cupcake incident. From the moment Packer's introduced, he induces an unredeemed cringe in so many fans. I know I said I wouldn't give too much of my opinion here, but I've always appreciated the purpose of Packer's presence. He serves as an anchor point of growth for Michael throughout the entire series.
I'm sorry about your friend. No, he's an ass.
But I'm not sure that's enough to save his character in the eyes of the fans who hate him. But while Packer may have had a purpose, many fans cannot fathom why this following character even existed.
I'm Nellie Bertram.
Nellie was introduced in season 7's search committee interviewing for the position of Michael's replacement. Imagine if she would have taken the position instead of Will Ferrell.
Hey, this is messed up, bro.
Nellie again appears in the Tallahassee arc,
So stop looking at my breasts and start looking at my...
and then never leaves the series for some reason.
English people's main use today is judging American talent.
And she has several arcs, as the writers kept trying to throw stuff against the wall to see what stuck, sometimes making her a villain,
no, it's Andy's office.
Oh, is it?
and then sometimes humanizing her with a sad backstory and an adoption storyline. While most characters on this list might be divisive across the Office fandom, most would definitely agree with Andy's hatred of Nellie. Which leads us to a couple of the main cast that have garnered some of the most hatred across the entire series.
My name is Andrew Bernard. I was with a group called Dunder Mifflin.
Andy, again and again, gets a significant amount of hatred from die-hard Office fans. This hatred is aimed at a couple things. First, his personality is just difficult to handle at times.
Sorry I annoyed you with my friendship.
And sometimes downright awful. His decision-making skills is often a thing that the concept of cringes at. And he's unredeemed until the very last episode of the series. And I believe the writers get full blame for all of this. Having to deal with Helm's silver screen career, the writers often had to come up with excuses for why Andy was out of the office, leading to one of the most hated character arcs in the entire series.
Aaron, I gotta go! Them's my cords!
I will say, again, the office goes meta. When Andy returns to the office, most of the staff are at best indifferent to his return.
You're back. And you're disgusting.
And at worst, flat out against giving him the time of day. Coupled with the villainous string of episodes Andy undergoes, he's chalked up as one of the most hated characters of The Office. But he has nothing on the unbridled hatred the following character of The Office has earned? ? Right, so before we get to number 1, I wanted to call out one honorable mention of
Toby Flenderson. Please come up here and accept the Extreme Repulsiveness Award. Oh, that's so mean.
No, it's fine.
He's only honorably mentioned here because I don't actually see a lot of hate for him online. Mostly, it's just Michael that hates him.
This is an environment of welcoming, and you should just get the hell out of here. Toby's divorced. He, recently, right? You and your wife? Also, he's divorced, so he's really not a part of his family.
Why are you the way that you are? I hate so much about the things that you choose to be.
Of all the idiots, in all the idiot villages, in all the idiot worlds, you stand alone, my friend. You think I framed you and you're worried about the taxpayer? God!
See ya.
Far and away the most expensive shot of the movie. I would shoot Toby twice.
I just wanted...
No! No!
And also, just to rile up the comment section, Toby's not the Scranton Strangler.
It's gotten legs recently, this fan theory.
Yes.
About Toby being the Scranton Strangler. When you were writing the show and when you were acting in the show, did that ever cross your mind?
No.
Not once.
No.
All right, so the number one most hated character of the main cast of The Office.
Pam Beesly.
Right, so depending on your exposure to the online community of The Office, this might actually be a surprise. I made a whole video about Pam hatred last year, and it's currently one of my most commented on videos.
I think if they got to know me, they wouldn't hate me. But Karen knows me and she still hates me, so.
Either way, Pam hate is consistently a topic that I see debated with fervor from both sides of the argument, meaning that people who hate Pam really hate Pam.
We hate Pam! We hate Pam! We hate Pam!
So,
we hate Pam!
We've established that you guys hate Pam.
And quite the opposite is also true.
Pam! 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 Pam!
I'm not going to rehash that entire video, obviously, but Pam gets some hate due to a couple things. First thing I see is subjective opinions being tossed out there, like Jenna Fisher isn't funny, Pam's annoying, too insecure, too emotional, and so on.
You were at your most attractive when you were 24 with a slight gradual decline and a steep drop-off when you got pregnant for the first time, gradual recovery, and, well, now, obviously, you're at an all-time low.
And the other thing I see is throwing shade at some of the questionable things that Pam does throughout the series, like kiss Jim while she's engaged, actively try to break up Jim and Karen, lies about a lot of things during the series, and then there's the calamity that is the Philly arc in season 9.
Animation.
No, I want to see more of Billy Jim. I want Billy Jim.
Show me how this works.
Oh, boy.
All right, so that's the list of the top 10 most hated characters of The Office, which is actually like top 13, but whatever. Is someone on this list that you love? Leave a comment and defend them. Did I miss someone? Leave a comment and let me know who you think deserves to be on this list. If you love The Office, even if you hate one of these characters, check out the rest of my channel. I'm reviewing every episode of The Office on it, and I'm loving it. I just finished a dinner party episode not long ago. You should check that one out. Also, if you could give this video a like, that'd be awesome. There's also a little button over here where you can subscribe, and then you could click here to get to that dinner party episode. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.